Okay, so we're going to be making this butter paneer. This is my adaptation. This is the American version. It's simplified. It is very easy. Only a few ingredients. It's very delicious though. If you have an Indian grandmother, she may gawk at you for some of the things you do. But overall, this is a very delicious recipe. Okay, let's start by opening up this paneer. This is a brand we've never used before. Go ahead and use your favorite brand of paneer if you have one. If not, just grab any one you can find. The only thing to look out for is to see how soft it is. This particular brand we've never used before, and it's softer than the paneer we normally use, so we're not going to cook it long, probably only about 2 to 3 minutes. So for this particular brand, I'm going to start by cutting the paneer lengthwise into 1-inch strips. So just cutting these one more time is not going to be enough. I'm going to have to first cut them in half and then cut them into my cubes. Each brand of paneer is going to be a little bit different. You just have to figure out how to cut them to make them pretty much the same size. They don't have to be perfect, but you want them generally the same size. All right, so the good news is this is probably the toughest and most time consuming part of this entire dish. The rest of it is quite simple. It's just a matter of adding things that you need. I like to cut the paneer up first and then just add it to a bowl so it's ready when I need it. You can also cut the paneer while the spices and the tomato sauce are simmering to save time. That's up to you. I just find this to be easier so I don't have to worry. Okay, our cooking is going to start with ghee, garlic, and ginger, so let's go ahead and get those prepared. I like to use a microplane. Makes this task quick and easy. If you have one, I highly recommend it. If not, you can use a knife. Just mince it finely. If you're using a microplane, peeling your ginger is optional. I tend to do it out of habit. If you're going to mince it with a knife, you're definitely going to want to peel it. You don't want that earthy flavor from the skin of the ginger. Okay, I really need to get a new microplane. So I'll add the ghee here for comparison. We'll do about twice as much ghee as we do garlic. You can also use butter. That'll give it a nice rich flavor and add some additional fat. So to make it simple, 1 part garlic, 1 part ginger, 2 parts butter. We are just about ready to start cooking. Let's get all this into a nice deep dish pan. Okay, let's start this ghee, garlic, and ginger on the stove. We're going to use a low heat. This is basically a simmer. This will melt that ghee nice and slowly, and we don't have to worry about burning that garlic. Once the ghee is melted and you start to smell that strong garlic aroma, that's when you're going to want to add your spices. Okay, let's get all spices together. We're going to keep this simple. We're going to use 1 teaspoon pretty much for all our spices. That's going to be 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili. This is optional. It's just to add some color, a little bit of flavor. Okay, we're just going to do a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This is going to add some heat. This is also optional. And finally, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder. You can keep it simple and just use one. I usually do between 1.5 and 2, and that just gives it that nice flavor and the beautiful color. Let's add all these spices directly to this melted butter, garlic, and ginger. We're going to mix it up gently. It's going to form a paste. If it's too dry, you can go ahead and add some more butter to it. Once those spices are mixed up well, add a little bit of sauce, about 1/4 of the can. So I'm adding just a little bit of sauce so these spices don't burn. It'll also help get everything mixed up nice and evenly. Once it looks like all the spices and garlic and ginger are completely mixed in, we'll go ahead and add the rest of our sauce. You can rinse the can with a little bit of water as well. All right, we'll cover and let this simmer. After about 10 minutes, this consistency is fine. Let's add about 1 tablespoon of honey, give it a little bit of sweetness, cut through some of those spices. Now the paneer. We'll start with about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of heavy cream. You'll have to adjust this as needed. You should have a nice orange color. You can also give it a taste. If the spices are a bit strong, you can add some more heavy cream and that will soften the spices a bit. So the color of this paneer is quite red still, so we're going to add a little bit more cream just to lighten that color up a bit and soften those spices. Okay, this color looks nice. The final step for this dish is to add the methe leaves. Okay, for our English speakers, I will find out what the English term for the methe leaves is. This paneer is quite soft, so you can see there's lots of little crumbles and bits of paneer throughout. This creates a thicker curry for it. This dish is done. Enjoy. You can garnish with some fresh cilantro and heavy cream and even a little bit of methe leaves.